This movie, it seemed very physically intensive. You're running, climbing, zip lining, biking, rowing. You stay in great shape, but how physically draining was the filming of this? Because you're doing everything.
It was tough. I mean, it's definitely one of the more physically demanding movies that I've been a part of. Knew that going in, but I think that was part of the draw. Didn't know much about adventure racing, so to see the levels of suffering that these guys and gals are willing to go through to win a race of this magnitude, or even to finish a race of this magnitude, it was very impressive. And of course, you see a massive challenge in that. The only thing that I was really terrified of was the spandex. Was not a big spandex guy before this, so having to shave my legs and not knowing if this is gonna come back in bushels, is it not gonna come back at all? I didn't know what to expect. But when I realized
That's a
it wasn't
challenge.
that big of a deal, it was like another thing that I could overcome, another fear.
That's amazing. For the back half of this movie, nearly every scene that you're in is with a dog. How unique was that experience? Because you wind up having these highly emotional scenes where your only scene partner is a dog.
Oddly enough, I feel like we had amazing chemistry and that we were fully connected on an emotional level throughout these moments. It felt like, Yukai, who plays Arthur in the film, was so intuitive and just he could find the moments, these deeply emotional moments, whether it's just in silence or just with a look. And, it felt like we had connected on a really personal level, which sometimes you don't do with other actors. But it was quite a unique experience in that regard. I mean, I remember, for me the movie really starts, and the most important parts of the movie is the race to save Arthur. Once Michael decides he's going to throw the race, and he's going to save Arthur. That for me, that's the film. And so getting him home, getting him out of the country safely home, and getting the medical care that he needs. I felt like that was the movie, and to see how easy it was for Yukai and obviously really talented filmmakers and his trainer, everybody, to be able to get him to that place and feel like we had such a personal connection in those moments was very special.
That's wonderful. And I was curious if you had the chance to really speak with the real life inspiration, the Swedish athlete Michael Lindord for this film.
Yes. Oh, yeah, yeah. He was there the entire time. He and I would go out and kayak and hang out. And, it was great because he's such an amazing athlete. And I think for most athletes, the impulse is to push you as hard as they can to see what you're capable of doing, especially on an athletic level. But for him, he really understood the importance of the performance and the process of making a movie. So he was always there to help whenever you needed him, and would also give you the space to kind of do your thing, kind of as a Hollywood actor pretending to be an adventure racer. He was fantastic. He and I spoke just the other day, and we're hoping that we can do lots of stuff together. Because for me, I've always gravitated towards the true stories, and to be able to handle it with the respect and the sensitivity that it deserves, and making sure that I'm doing them justice and that I'm making them proud, is the most important. And I would say that was the case with that movie, with Father Stu, with Joe Bell, with Lone Survivor, with Perfect Storm, with Invincible. Any of the movies that I've made that were based on true stories, obviously, were always of the highest importance for me.